Hello everyone and welcome to days 13 and 14 for ELA Summer Intervention. It's Miss O'Sullivan here today, and I just have to mention that I think it is crazy how quickly this program has flown by. I'm here today on this particular screencast for the students working on their passion project. So if you are not working on your passion project, then please go ahead and check out the next screencast. But if you are a passion project student, then this is the screencast for you. So these are our last 2 big days of work here in the summer intervention program, and then Friday we're going to do a little bit of celebrating. So as usual, Ms. Harris and I are here to support absolutely anything you might need. So please check in with us during our Google Meets. You know, we've been live every day trying to get you working within the first 30 minutes or so. And in addition to that, you can always check out Ms. Harris's specific schedule in case you want some additional support or you just have questions when we're not on our planned Google Meets. So again, this is only for the students who are working on their passion project. So our learning target for the last 2 days is to reflect on our progress and plan for our final product, which is going to include some kind of audience and some kind of presentation. So our checklist for these days are to ask myself, what's needed beyond this program to complete my passion project and present it to an audience? We want to reflect on the articles we've gathered in the past 2 weeks and consider how they have enhanced your knowledge or maybe impacted your project. You're going to complete the task on the next slide to update us, and we're asking you to spend about 30 minutes per day working on your passion project. So please take a minute here, review the learning target, and take a look at your checklist. So we're going to continue journaling, but for this part of week 2, we have to now think about moving outside to completely our own structured environment. So just working by ourselves. So you'll see here that we're going to ask you to continue journaling, to take time to reflect on the final product, and share how you plan to present it with others. These are steps that are going to lead you to that final product. Okay, so first question. What are you looking for the final product to look like? Is it a video? Is it a cookbook? Is it a scrapbook? Is it a painting? Is it your journal reflecting on learning how to paint? You know, what is it? It doesn't have to be, you know, a typed paper nice and neat. It could be more messy, right? But what is it that your end product is going to be? And do you have a rough draft of it already? If you're filming something, have you filmed and tried editing something and it's gone great or not so great? If you're cooking, have you tried a recipe? Have you typed it up if you're trying to make a cookbook? Right? So what does your rough draft look like at this point? You should have something tangible that you could share with your audience, which might be your family or it might be your friends, you know, via Google Meets or Zoom, or it might be your neighbor that's in your social distancing bubble. Right, so that's the next question. Who is your audience, and why do you think they're going to be interested in this? Why is this something that you say, you know what, my grandma, she is going to like this because, oh, no, my cousins who live in the really snowy part of New Hampshire are going to like this project because, right? So what is it? Be really specific, more than just they're going to like it because they have to. Right? What is it about them that makes them your audience? What's your plan for unveiling, revealing, or sharing this project with them? If you're doing a film, are you going to have like a premiere night where you make some popcorn and you show it to your family? If you're doing a cookbook, are you presenting it at, you know, the next family event? If you're just sharing your experience, who are you sharing it with? And what's the plan for that? Or is it going to be in person? Is it going to be virtual? Is it going to be a big event, a small event? You know, what do you envision this to look like? Think about in class when you kind of have that final presentation day, you know, where you stand up in front of the class and you have this thing and you talk about it. What does that look like for your passion project? And last but very much not least, what's needed beyond this program? So you've spent about 10 days specifically focused on this passion project, right? Week 1 was brainstorming, and then, so that we kind of call that week 0. Then week 1 was working, and now this has been week 2. So moving into the next couple weeks, what do you need to do? Do you need to connect with more people? Do you need to just simply sit down and do the work? Do you need to plan for some of these things here? This is what we'd like you to consider as we're wrapping it up to work together and you're moving to work really by yourself until it's what you would consider finished. It also makes sense as you're thinking through those things to look back at the articles you've already gathered, so to reflect on your article findings. Lets you know what you've collected so far and what you need to do maybe moving forward to complete the project. So what we're asking you to do is choose 2 articles that you've found over the past 2 weeks and explain how they have been essential in adding to your passion project. We're suggesting you go back to your previous journals. So you're going to go back and you're going to pick 2 articles, and then on this side we're going to ask you to do some reflection. Explain how the article has added to your knowledge of the topic. So you're researching food and you read this and it's really explained to you how this works when you're cooking. Or explain how the article has added to your actual passion project. So if you're filming something and you've done research on how to edit, how to add sound effects, that would add to your actual passion project. Doing this reflection will let you know, do I have enough research or do I need to do some more in order to complete my project? So again, here's your checklist for days 13 and 14. We're looking forward to seeing you on the Google Meets. Contact us if you need absolutely anything before, during, or after those. It's really been our pleasure to spend this time with you, and we're looking to celebrating with you on Friday.